Hey world, it's Tobo. It is November the... God, I need to look at this beforehand.
First.
It's the 1st of November, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Spy on the Hill. I am Toboshi. We've got WarningTrack with me, except his face isn't here because Skype. And if we don't dethrone KrazyCaley today, I swear to God I'm going to punch an inanimate object.
As long as it's inanimate.
It's
Remember
going to
my
be inanimate,
challenger.
don't
You're
worry.
playing for the life of some poor, helpless, innocent, inanimate object that was under the protection of the Caley regime.
His left speaker.
Quite possibly a tree.
Yeah.
All right, so that's an opening. We did it. So without further ado,
Technically, we've opened.
yes, we have. WarningTrack, for those people in the chat who don't know, would you like to explain what this whole Spy on the Hill business is all about?
Sure. As the name might indicate, it's sort of like a King on the Hill sort of thing. We had an initial game between two randomly chosen players to see who would become the first Spy on the Hill, King on the Hill, whatever. And then since then, there's been a new challenger every week. The King finds out who they are just a few minutes before the challenge, and they get to pick a weird game mode that both sides have to adhere to try to throw the King off his game. And in theory, the King turns over every now and then. Every few weeks, we get a new one and start all over. But
I don't know what
it
you're
hasn't
talking
really
about.
worked. Yeah, it hasn't really worked out that way. Caley won the initial match, and he's defended the title, I don't know, 4 or 5 times, something like that, and we're getting kind of restless, frankly.
So that gives us pretty successful introduction to our king. Let us find out who the challenger is.
Ooh, you got the envelope?
I do indeed have the envelope.
The envelope that you definitely did not write up 5 minutes ago.
Someone should mail it to him.
Ladies and
Motor, you
gentlemen,
need to
the
start mailing
challenger
these to him.
is... What? Warning... What? WarningTrack, this you. You're the challenger,
No!
WarningTrack.
No!
Yes,
No!
it is me, it is
He's stepping out of the commentary booth.
It is me, it is I, it is both me and I simultaneously.
I love it.
It's a 2-on-1.
All right.
Yes, if you want something done, you have to do it yourself, or you just have to fail and then you pretend like it never happened and go on making fun of other people for losing next week if I don't win tonight, which is entirely possible. But one way or another, I am either coming home victorious or on my freaking shield.
Love it. So are you actually the other person in Stream Channel 2 then?
No, I don't know who that is.
Oh my gosh.
That
I don't know who it is, but
secret
they're totally playing with my mind.
Yeah, that is not me. I'm kind of freaked out right now. That's
That
like
is
some
actually our
Japanese
special
horror film
co-caster
crap.
right now for WarningTrack stepping out. Can you guess?
Ladies
Oh,
and
very
gentlemen,
good.
please say hello to co-caster KCM for the evening.
Nice!
Da, da, da.
But we did it. We successfully drama'd.
I
We
like
did
the
drama.
drama. I'm
You like the drama?
surprised. I'm shocked. I'm totally like, I love it. Good coordination. Good
Yes.
coordination team.
All right,
Buddhist
cool. I am going to mute TeamSpeak for the time being because the Skype with KCM is somehow working fine, and I will talk to you guys shortly.
Okay.
So, KCM, do you know the game type?
Yeah, I do, and
Okay.
it's going to be hilarious.
It's going to be insane. So, let me explain to the chat what exactly is going on here, because it's going to be absolutely insane. So, okay, so, here's the game type. Every time someone gets high-lit or low-lit, the sniper must say the name of a U.S. state in alphabetical order without repeating anything. And when he shoots, he must shout the name instead of just saying it. No one's allowed to have any electronic things up with states on them in the second window. Water will be hanging out in the TeamSpeak to be the judge of things, to make sure nothing crazy goes on. And things are just gonna be insane. Did I miss anything? I don't think so.
There's a rule with faults where they if they say a state out of order, I think they have to sacrifice the match, like the
Okay.
round. I think.
Okay.
And yeah, it's just
It's absolutely insane.
It's going to be really, really bad for Caley if he does not know his states. And WarningTrack has had all week to memorize them. So he should be able to get like 40 to 50 marks per round. And Caley might be stuck with 2 or 3 because it's hard to remember states alphabetically when you're trying to find a spy.
Especially alphabetically. Like, you can just rifle off states, but if you have to do it in alphabetical order, suddenly things are insane.
Yeah, and you also need to save like a really late state for the shot. Like you don't want to use up like Washington or something because you need Washington to shoot. So
yes,
I think each player is going to have one state that they'll always shoot with. Because if you forget like half the states and just go like Alabama, Tennessee, then now you're really limited about where you can go, and then you mark one more time. You're like Washington. I don't even know what Wyoming would be next, and then after Wyoming, you're done. You can't shoot, and you just have to watch the spy win.
That would suck so bad.
And I think
it's like, oh shit! I said Wyoming and I didn't shoot anyone. I can't win now.
I think they have to say it out loud to their opponent as well, right? So. They'll know if they're struggling, if the sniper is struggling with states and stuff. They'll hear it and they'll say, "Oh, he won't be able to mark anybody anymore."
Yeah, it's gonna be utterly bonkers.
It's gonna be hilarious. So I think Wodar is going to monitor it and make sure that they don't do any states out of order or anything that isn't the state.
Jeez.
I know that when you're like ready to shoot, like suddenly Zimbabwe becomes a U.S. state, and yeah, it gets pretty fun.
Okay, I'm just gonna hop back into TeamSpeak for a moment to gather opening statements from people, and then we'll get this thing underway.
I think it counts as strategy.
All right, so now that all the insane confusion is out of the way, would either of you like to make opening statements at or to your opponents?
Just stayed in the commentary booth, WarningTrack. Should have stayed there. We're safe.
I had to be. Teddy Roosevelt's one of my heroes. I had to become the man in the arena, even if I die in the arena.
Respect. You are not the critic. You are the man, living and dying right now.
Damn it, I count.
Living the now.
Even if I'm dead.
That's right.
All right.
I wish you. I respect you, but I wish you no luck whatsoever.
Same to you, my good man. Much respect. I don't know what the game type is still.
Yeah, I haven't.
Oh, you don't?
We're gonna drop one on him at the very last second.
Yep. Apparently that's what we're doing. And
In fact,
well, we're just about to go live, and I'm sure everyone would love to hear this. So, Wodar, why don't you take it away?
Oh, Wodar gets the pleasure? That's fun. Okay, cool.
Okay. I love having pleasure. Oh, just to tell you, Turbo, you should probably just mute yourself on the TeamSpeak. Same with you, Caley, so that you guys can talk to the stream, and we don't have to be hearing what you're saying, right?
I was told to leave it on voice activation detection. Well, why don't you tell me what the game type is?
I'm talking to the
Me
cast.
and KCM got Skype
down,
working fine, so we're doing that.
Sit back down on your phone.
I've been sitting on this throne. It's getting comfortable.
Getting bed.
I'm gonna put an armrest with a coffee mug holder.
hear the states that they're saying.
Okay,
'Cause
my
I think
I'm
that's going to be
actually-
important.
accept whenever you're ready.
Okay.
I'm actually staying
forgot you
in
were-
two,
okay.
and I'm just going
Alabama.
to.
All right, it looks like they're starting.
Oh wait,
though.
no, I shouldn't low light cast. I shouldn't waste these on low lighting cast.
No, you're okay with cast.
So yeah, apparently, actually staying in TeamSpeak for me isn't working because there's
Because
stream
they're
delay.
just talking to each other. Yeah.
Well,
they're
mainly
talking
because of the
too much.
stream delay, so I'm not going to be able to stay in the. We're not going to
Yeah.
be able to hear the shouted shots, sadly.
Oh, he has not. He has taken like a bunch of lowlights, and he has not said anything. I think cast counts.
Cast does not count.
Cast does not count. Oh.
You're allowed to do cast just fine without anything
Oh,
insane
okay.
happening. So, we've got a banana bread off already.
Almost a disqualification too, because he said Alaska just a little bit too late.
Okay.
A banana bread with only one low light and about 6 people walking.
Indeed.
So he really didn't gain much from that.
The banana bread done, 2 flirts done, red book in hand. WarningTrack's really getting this going already. Actually just finished up his flirt.
Yeah, there's definitely no it's no coincidence that WarningTrack decided to play Spy first, because this is so difficult for Sniper. He wants Caley to be thrown off his game very early.
Indeed. No highlight for WarningTrack yet, and he's already done 3 missions and is getting his 4th done as we speak.
Yeah, unless he, catches like a swap or something, he's going to be in really bad shape,
Yeah.
He's really behind at this point.
Oh,
It looks like
this
there's
is-
some confusion with the rules though, because they're still asking. He's still asking about the rules, so.
So I'm assuming after this game, we'll make sure all that is clarified, because this is happening.
I hope so, because I don't think he's going to win this game.
No, he's. I'm almost sure he's not, because he literally needs 1 more mission and has almost 2 minutes to do it. Keep in mind, it
Yeah.
is one of the hard tells, but he's already got transfer done, so he's not
Yeah,
even highlight either.
It looks like it's going to be bugged because he has that book. So, oh, there he is. He's going to get rid of it, which will open up the other 2 missions.
Indeed.
I don't really think picking up that book was that helpful.
Me neither. I don't know why he did it. Maybe just
Yeah,
to alleviate suspicion or something.
Yeah, but you can't really afford to go for alleviating suspicion when oh, he finally got his highlight with Colorado.
Okay. So he's 1 of 3 at the moment with a minute left on the clock.
Yeah, and with such a low number of highlights in this looks like he's
Uh-oh.
baiting the Purloin.
Oh, the Purloin, it was a white
Wait.
test! This could be so bad! Run away!
He did
Run
not-
away!
Did not shout a
Oh, he got the shot off, but there was no shout?
he didn't shout the state.
That means WarningTrack
thought-
gets the point, right?
I didn't hear him shout the state.
Can you double check for me?
I'm
Because
Did you shout a state when you shot? Oh, I didn't hear Delaware. That is the best state to shoot. Yeah. Well done.
all right,
Alright,
so
apparently he yelled
crazy
Delaware. Not hear it.
KrazyCaley manages to pick up game number 1.
That's going to be critical.
Yeah, that's gonna be huge. It's such a shame he went for that book, because if he didn't, he would have been in such better shape.
Yeah, I don't know what he was thinking. There's no
Yeah.
reason to try to alleviate suspicion because I don't think Kaylee's going to be throwing out a lot of lowlights. And
Indeed.
now it's reversed. It's going to be really difficult for WarningTrack, and Kaylee could just play like normal. So we'll see what happens here.
We've got KrazyCaley on the spy at the moment. WarningTrack as the sniper. Keep in mind, though, WarningTrack has been practicing this game type as KrazyCaley picks up his bug, and a very nice one at that.
Nice bug, but he is the only non-cast highlight. Probably for standing
Indeed.
next to the ambassador. And I don't think there are going to be a lot of highlights and lowlights from WarningTrack. So this is probably going to be a sniper game right here.
Well, keep in mind, WarningTrack has been practicing this.
Yeah, he has. I don't think he's going to be too thrown off. He probably has a list of states just sitting right beside him, you know?
Like on a sticky note pinned to his computer.
Or something, yeah. There's the Twitch reset, the flirt reset. And,
Indeed.
I mean, besides the difficulty involved in the game mode, there's just not a whole lot to talk about. It's really just going to be a normal game from our perspective.
For the most part, yes, which is just fine for me.
Yeah, that's totally great. Let's see if he drops this spoke off in the blue shelf. I expect him to red flirt. That doesn't help.
Yeah, it doesn't help at all. So, we've got 2 missions done. The flirt almost there. Yellow book in hand. Ooh, the ambassador got snuggly again. So
And the book is marked yellow, so it's going to be really difficult to get rid of it.
Indeed. As he steps in to finish up his flirt just now, does just that. Really fast talk there, but immediately stops. I don't think WarningTrack was able to actually get eyes on that. And we finally have another highlight.
Oh, awesome. He's doing really well on time, also. He has 1:40 left, and he has only 2 missions left to do. So,
Indeed.
Caley loves to go for the swap and inspect combo. So he might just put the book away where it belongs and try that.
He might. You can never tell with KrazyCaley. But with 1:30 left on the clock, I feel like Caley's starting to run a little bit low on time. And he does go to put that book away.
Yeah.
There's the bullet!
And WarningTrack shouts Wyoming and shoots him.
Wyoming!
Wyoming!
Yes! Alright, cool. So we are tied at 1. It's a shame I can't hear these shouts. If only I could, like, delay the TeamSpeak for a while.
WarningTrack, he didn't seem too confused that game. Like, he didn't seem really behind. You know, like, whereas Caley appeared to be very behind. So I think with it being tied again, this is going to flip back into WarningTrack's favor. As long as he can secure a win here, then he should be in really good shape for this set.
And the earlier games are going to be the ones in WarningTrack's favor, because those are the ones that are going to throw KrazyCaley off the most.
Exactly. It's really important for WarningTrack to establish a dominant lead in the first few games, because once Caley gets used to this, he's going to be it's going to be really tough.
And as we know, Caley is a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, he's being much more liberal now that he understands the rules. He's got 3 highlights. I don't think he'll have so much trouble getting lowlights either.
Indeed.
And he shouts Connecticut. And
So, Connecticut was the shot. KrazyCaley picks up yet another game.
Yep. So far, all sniper wins, and
Yeah, what was that shot for? Do we know? Because I missed
I'm
it.
not entirely sure.
Okay,
it's hard to
I'm
keep
glad
up.
I'm not the only one.
It's hard to keep up with listening to them talk and trying to make sure there are no faults.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yes. Just, it's okay as long as you don't hear Wodar's voice.
So is this going to be all pan-op then?
All pan-op, yes.
And are they playing to 10 wins or something like that?
Yep, first to 10, all pan-op. So,
Okay, well if it remains all sniper games from here on out, KrazyCaley is currently in the lead,
indeed.
2-1. So if that trend stays, Caley will continue to be king. There's the bug, really nice bug.
It was. It
Yeah,
didn't...
and
Oh, wow.
WarningTrack
Yeah, you're...
swung around just in time to see it, or to at least highlight from the path, but he didn't.
Indeed. You are hanging out about 2 or 3 seconds ahead of me, which is a bit of a problem, but you should be able to work around it without too much trouble.
Okay. Did he just gulp?
Oh, that was a red test on the purloin, too. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Looks like he survived it, though.
He got highlight.
He did.
He got highlight. If we're rooting for Warning Track, that's a critical highlight there.
It is. Going for, as far as KrazyCaley is concerned, it could have been a heck of a lot worse. Goes for the green swap. Mission win is pending. This could be a big game for Warning Track.
He's got to pick this up. He knows that Caley loves the inspect swap combo, and he should be looking for that every game.
He really should be.
Caley's found a nice hiding spot there, unless...
There's the swap going off.
Come on,
Does
can
he
he,
know?
does he see him?
Does he know? He sees him right there, but I don't
Nope.
think he's actually going to take the shot on this.
Yeah, I think he was probably trying to backtrack and remember who was there, and
Indeed.
just couldn't do it fast enough. You only have 10 seconds to remember who was there and find them. And with Caley hiding in between people and behind a pillar, that's tough to do.
KrazyCaley picks up the first spy win of the evening. He is currently up by 2.
Yeah, it's
I don't know about you, but I
3-1
think
now.
It is. It is 3-1 is the current scoreline. I think it was a good call for Warning Track, even though he lost that first game to play spy first. Sorry, because that was the best chance he had to really screw with KrazyCaley. It was almost a free win, but he just spent a bit too much time derping around for that final mission.
Yeah, it's very true. I remember when he was practicing this, he asked me for some advice, and that's what I told him. I said, "You're going to want to be spy first." But the fact that he wasn't able to pick up that first spy game it ended up being really damaging.
Indeed.
So now he's going to have to climb back into a lead, and it's possible this will just spiral downward.
Yes. We can only hope it doesn't.
Well, we can't count him out yet. Warning Track is a fantastic player, and
Oh, yes.
he doesn't seem to be very affected by this game mode. He's still getting a decent number of highlights and lowlights, so
Yeah.
he's definitely prepared for it. Now it's just going to be if he can beat Caley's spy, and the spy doesn't have any handicaps on him, so that's going to be really difficult.
Indeed. So, as we get ready to step into the next game here, there was a little bit of technical difficulties going on, but we are back at it. Warning Track starts things right at the bookcase, and I think he's able to get that book out before KrazyCaley was able to get a beat on it, but I think he figured out where that book came from.
Oh, looks like we have an automatic loss.
What?
Caley has been disqualified. He said 2 states that were out of order.
Okay! So we found a fault.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
he
he's
just takes a random shot there, and ladies and
forced to
gentlemen, Warning
shoot single.
Track.
Yep.
Warning Track picks up his first. Well, actually, that was a sniper win. Wait,
No, that was
no,
a
I'm
spy
totally
win.
confused. Warning
Yeah.
Track picks up his first spy win as well.
That's big.
It is. That is huge.
And I think that means Caley, he's finally made a mistake with this game mode. He's lost a game because of it. Maybe we'll start to see him play a bit more conservatively as sniper. Trying to make up for it so he doesn't make that mistake again.
Maybe. But as we get ready to step into the next game, we've got Warning Track as the sniper here. KrazyCaley as the spy, going for his crazy inspect swapagisms right off the bat.
But he
Do
wasn't
you
able to
think-
get more than 1 inspect, so he will need to visit statues again. He'll need to get two inspects
Yes.
from it.
Do you think the green test was a good idea on the swap?
I don't think. I think he was there before he actually saw it, so I think that's going to be really bad for him. Of course, on this map, you
Yeah.
can't see it change instantly in their hands, so it just leaves you with a 50-50. But that's a very early 50-50.
Indeed, the swap has gone off at this point. Warning Track
Yep.
has seen it.
And we hear Wyoming.
Wyoming comes off, and WarningTrack ties the game up at 3. For those of you who have just showed up recently and have no idea why the hell Wyoming is showing up, the game type for the evening is whenever the snipers highlight or lowlight anybody, they must say a U.S. state in alphabetical order.
And when they shoot as well, they have
and
to.
when they shoot, they must
scream a
shout
state.
one.
Yep. And WarningTrack's favorite state for shooting is Wyoming because it is alphabetically last.
Also because Wyoming.
Are we tied up now?
We are, in fact, tied at 3.
That's great, and WarningTrack is Spy again, which is really good, especially since Kaylee's last sniper game, he threw it all away by messing up the states.
Absolutely.
And he's got one highlight now. I think he will be playing this one a bit more conservative. Which, if you're not that one highlight, you're in good shape as the Spy.
Agreed. But keep in mind, WarningTrack is on the play here, and the sniper side is a little bit more favored as far as the current SpyParty meta is concerned. That was a pretty nice bug, I don't
I
think.
like that bug. He entered and did a walking bug. He didn't fully stop before he started the bug, so he ended up standing really, really stiff in conversation. I think it would have been better for him to arrive next to the ambassador and do the conversation bug, which is quicker and it's more subtle.
I think so.
That
But
earned him a highlight.
If you look at the sniper side, KrazyCaley was looking pretty much right at it, and all he was able to get was a highlight. And the reason for that was because of the way he was standing, it was literally impossible to see the arm because it was just inside the ambassador the whole time.
Yeah, but you don't need to see the arm. If you see somebody enter a conversation and they stand stock still, because you were actually still considered to be walking during a walking bug animation. And here he is trying to remember states so he can lowlight people.
Very unfortunate banana bread going off there.
Yeah, and there's
DA
that
bailed
book
on him
market.
before he was able to get it off.
So he's trying to remember a state there.
Oh.
Yeah, I think he was 99% sure that he saw the bug.
I think
and
so.
from there, wasn't too difficult for him to catch somebody putting the book away. But that banana bread, yeah, definitely killed him.
Yeah.
He lowered all of his suspects after that banana bread.
Do you think that desperately trying to remember a state was so he could shoot? Or would he just go straight to Washington or Wyoming?
Kaylee has been shouting the next states. He never goes straight to Wyoming when he shoots, which I think is kind of strange. That's not what I would do. I would save Wyoming for the shot every time, but I've heard him say Colorado and Delaware and
oh god, I wish I could hear this.
He says Delaware is his favorite.
Okay. So, KrazyCaley once again goes up by that single point, that all-important point, as he steps into the spiral here on Panopticon, any 5 of 7.
That was kind of an interesting maneuver. He just walked straight across the conversation so that he could be in the blind spot and do purloin.
Yeah, but he... Wow, it looked like he almost got highlight for it there. He takes a drink.
Purloin
It was a white test, too. And he
looks like
gulps and runs.
He got away with it, though.
It does look like he did indeed get away with it.
Yeah, we're hearing some states he's trying to reduce his suspects. He knows who didn't purloin.
Okay.
But yeah, he's highlighting everybody except for Kaylee.
That is so unfortunate.
Yeah, I mean, his only saving grace, is that Kaylee has a natural highlight anyway.
And a fake banana bread coming out as well.
And yep, he got her shot.
That was a very, very well played game from Caley as he starts to reestablish his lead there.
Yeah, back to a 2-point lead. Is it 5-3 now?
5-3 is indeed the current scoreline.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's rough. And let's just hope that WarningTrack keeps his head straight and
Yeah.
keeps playing at a high quality, because Caley's getting this one down. I would be surprised if he loses again to a fault.
Yes. So, it's going to be WarningTrack on the play coming up here, with KrazyCaley as the sniper.
I think the fact that the fault has won him one game shows that it has at least been helpful. Unless WarningTrack loses another game because of it,
Yeah.
then it will have been more beneficial than not. But now you have to wonder if he could have just picked a different handicap entirely, that would have been a lot better for him.
Yeah.
So it's hard to say. I hear him saying states, but I don't know how difficult this is for him.
Yeah. It's so hard to tell just from trying to listen.
Yeah, it's just I'm hearing state here and there.
Yeah.
Kind of a weird entrance there to the conversation, but it wasn't noticed.
Yeah, that was a little bit odd, actually.
Yeah.
So, WarningTrack is moving a little bit more slowly here. He's got one flirt, red book in hand, just now getting the banana bread off as well. So, he's not moving quite as quickly as he usually is, but he's still on track.
Yeah, nice seduction target there. And he still isn't highlit.
Which is good.
Looks like he's going to get rid of this book without being noticed too, so that's great.
It is indeed able to get that off quite cleanly. KrazyCaley wasn't looking for that at all.
Yeah.
So with almost 3 missions done, we'll be able to get the window flirt here, which is huge to finish up that flirt.
Yeah, it's nice to be done with flirt so early. He's got 2 missions left to go, and he still has half the clock remaining. I hope he doesn't go for an inspect swap. I hope he just gets the 3 inspects and walks away, because he has plenty of time.
Does pick up his highlight here just for statues. But oh god, that was probably not intentional!
He did not inspect.
There is no way that was an intentional swap.
He cannot win this unless Caley totally doesn't notice the swap or doesn't know what's going on.
Yes.
And it looks that might be the case.
That laser is just swiveling.
Yeah,
I
it looks like he's trying to
don't
bait.
know if he saw.
Looks like he's trying to bait some activity, but if he had only got one more inspect, that
would have been the game.
That would have been the game. Yeah.
Oh, that was a
he's
dangerous piece of pathing, but it worked out quite well for him.
Yeah, I don't think he knows what's going on. It looks like WarningTrack should be able to win this.
It looks like it. He's going back to statues, picking up his inspect just here. Oh, this is... Oh, no! Damn it!
Then Wyoming happens.
Oh, God, that's such a shame. He made that mistake at the statues.
Yeah, and I kind of wonder if he had grabbed that last inspect, if he would have been there too long and he would have been remembered. But, I mean, Caley clearly saw him at the statue. He clearly saw him walk away. He just did not notice it had swapped. And he would have had that game if he had grabbed all 3 inspects.
Absolutely.
I kind of think maybe he swapped and he thought he had inspected and then he walked away or something, because...
I think that's what happened,
yeah. I mean, the swap is definitely a misclick, but just... Why didn't he get that last inspect? That really hurts. So what does this say? It's a 3-point difference now, 6-3, right?
Yeah, it's 6-3. I'm being called into TeamSpeak, so I'm gonna pop that open.
Good, guys.
Oh, what's going on, guys?
Yeah, hey Wodar, we're hearing you a lot
right?
again. You're fuzzing in and out, Wodar.
I'm really bad? How bad? Can you hear me?
It just started up in the last 30 seconds.
You sound
God
fine to
Hey
me.
Tobo. Hey
Yay!
Tobo.
Okay, I'm fine. So, Caley,
Yes.
you like the list you got, right? Like Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, right? Well,
I have no
time
idea what
for
you're talking
the
about.
Wodar twist. We are
Oh,
now
God.
doing reverse alphabetical order.
Oh,
Oh, no!
I'm
I'm
ready.
only to
I
like
can
that.
handle it.
I'm only to the O's right now. Okay.
And then what would have happened?
All right. Well, I know where to start. So that's good.
Oh
All right.
god.
At least he
Step
has to
through.
go. At least he has to go first, so I can kind of benefit from his wisdom a little bit here.
This
I'm ready when
suddenly
you
got really interesting.
Here we go.
No,
Here we
let's
go.
do
We're
it.
going.
Yeah, and that might be his only that might be a really big deal that
Yeah,
that he doesn't get to go first on it. That it's Warning Track going first.
indeed.
But it looks like you're going to be shooting on Alaska now. Is that the first state?
I guess.
Alabama is before Alaska, so Alabama.
Okay, Alabama is a much more fun state to shout than Alaska is, so it's a
Yeah.
good thing it's going to be Alabama. I just hope he puts the emphasis on Bam.
I like that Twitch flirt walking around.
Yeah,
It's very unnecessary.
got his Twitch flirt entirely done at this point, so that's one quick game. Sorry, one quick mission, as he has a blue book in hand. Spies seem to be grabbing books real fast.
And often we've had a book in hand in every single game. What was that?
What? Why is he putting it back? Why is it... Wait?
Do you
Just
think
happened.
maybe he forgot it was a blue book in his hand?
I mean, I guess?
That was funny. I don't know what
Yeah,
that was about.
that- There's no strategy that involves that maneuver.
Yeah, I just can't imagine any way that would help. He's playing it really slow this game. He doesn't have a whole lot done.
Indeed.
I mean, Seduce is time intensive, and he's got that done. So he could rush a bunch of missions, but let's see. He's probably going to end with the 3 inspects and a swap. So he's got 2 missions that he has to do before that, right?
You know what I think he's doing? I think he's focusing less on the missions and more on fleshing out his list.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, that is if he assumes that his opponent's going to be marking a lot.
Yeah.
But
And
Warning Track
Warning
is
Track
he's got
has been marking quite a bit.
a lot. He has, what is that, 7 or so highlights, 6 or 7?
None of which are KrazyCaley.
Yeah, and I think Kaylee's been really suspicious this game, so I'm surprised he isn't one of the highlights.
Well, that's because we've been staring at him the whole time.
That's true. There's the BB split into briefcase fail. Ouch.
Into briefcase fail. Pretty good exit on the briefcase, though. And then the
Yeah.
shot comes off.
Yeah, with Alabama to the head, so it's now 7-3, and Warning is really going to have to pick his game up in order to
Yeah.
back with a 4-game
It's-
deficiency.
It's a tall order. It's certainly possible, but it's not going to be easy.
Yeah, and we'll see if reversing the list affects Kaylee, but at this point, Kaylee can win just with spy wins, you know?
Yeah.
So even if he can't win another sniper game from here on out, his spy still has to lose some games.
Warning Track has to go huge here. He's on the play. KrazyCaley on the sniper. Let's see what Warning Track can pull out of his hat.
Nice 360, but not highlight for it.
Thank you for giving me a little bit of warning on that because I was on the sniper view and I had to switch over really quickly so I could get eyes on the 360 going on.
Yeah,
there.
when I'm not doing the actual streaming on the cast, so I just have them side by side. They're all small.
Yeah.
But, no, you have to watch them in full screen. You have to switch over between them.
Well, for given definition of full screen, because I have to have the scoreboard and your face and the like what the chat is seeing on my screen at the same time, just so I can make sure.
Yeah.
Also, how many frames I've dropped, just to make sure nothing is going crazy.
Yeah.
So, given definition of full screen, but close enough.
We've got Kaylee doesn't have a single low light, but he does have 3 highlights, and he's missed the spy so far. But
Indeed.
then again, the Spy hasn't done anything. Not even a single mission.
My
So-
internet is suddenly exploding. The one stream is just black for me. I've just
Okay,
dropped
well,
like
What you
300
missed
frames
was
in like
a
2 seconds.
a banana bread and a really packed conversation, and then a good 3 or 4 lowlights from it. So, Kaylee's going through these states pretty quickly. I think I heard Utah. So he's about halfway through the states by now.
All right.
I would really like to see somebody make an error and just skip straight down the list.
Yes, that
But
would be
that
pretty
hasn't happened.
hilarious. My internet is still doing horrible, horrible things.
Yeah, so he's done with Flirt, he's done with Microfilm, and he is done with Banana Bread. He has 2 more missions to go, but they're the tough missions. He either has to go to a middle statue and grab a highlight for that,
Oh yes.
which is what he's doing, or he's going to
No, it is middle statue.
middle statue, yeah, and he got a highlight,
That he does.
and he was. We've got Wodar screaming disqualifications, but
Was there?
Wodar is really confused. he,
Okay, well-
he forgot. Apparently, Wodar forgot that it's reverse order,
Oh shit. Oops.
and this is really screwing with them because now they're all distracted.
Yes. Quickly, quickly, purloin during the confusion. No.
I think it was really smart to reject that drink, because he's really watching for that purloin there.
Yeah, that's true. Luckily, the stream seems to have stabilized, so 400 frames dropped. We seem to be in good shape again.
And it looks like a
30
late
seconds left to
purloin.
play.
Nope, not a late purloin. What is he gonna do?
What's he gonna do?
The time ad.
He's
Nope.
time adding?
Nope. What are you doing?
Do it. Quiet.
This
I'm
is-
at 10 seconds now. Oh
I'm
god. What? Come back here, Ambassador! No! Stop walking! Bug, go! Okay, bug has happened! Bug has happened. There's the overtime. Oh god, he doesn't know what to do! He doesn't know what to do! There's the bullet! And KrazyCaley, what was that game? What was that game? Just, what?
I know that he was. I think he saw it, and then overtime happened, and he was thinking of states, because then all of a sudden you hear a desperate Michigan, and he pulls the bullet and he shoots.
Just Michigan comes out of nowhere.
Like, damn it, Michigan! But yeah,
Oh,
ultimately, still a pretty standard game. With the exception of the exciting disqualification that wasn't real. Wodar's really, really confused by this mode.
Well, he's not the only one.
No, he's not. I'm glad I don't have his job because I am terrible at remembering alphabetical order kind of things.
Yeah, well, I'm assuming
Especially when you
Warner has
suddenly
just a list
decide,
up.
oh, it's going to be reverse, and then you yourself forget.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's now. Is it 8-3 now, or is it 8-4?
8-3.
8-3.
8-3.
Ouch. That's 5 games difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to count WarningTrack out, but
It's kind of hard
Haley's
not to
just
at
so
this
on
point.
game right now. Yeah, he's really on point here, and
Yeah.
like I said, it's not enough to just shut down either his sniper or his spy. You've got to just win all of these games in a row now.
Yeah.
It's not impossible, but
We have seen some pretty ridiculous streaks, but they're few
we
and
have.
far between.
yeah, something's gonna have to change, and I think the problem here is that WarningTrack is really like out of his element. He's trying different things every game, and Kaylee's pretty much playing it the same every game. Every game you can expect him to try, like a BB purloin or a statue
swap.
triple inspect swap. Yeah.
Yeah.
So It also doesn't help that he's getting these bugs really well too, always off camera, and just really have to shut down those hard tells.
I feel like KrazyCaley has really gotten into WarningTrack's head at this point.
Yeah, he's it's hard not to feel a little bit beat down and tired, after losing so many games.
Once you're behind, it's so hard to come back, especially when you're behind by a good margin.
Yeah, and just being ahead by this margin, you have this assurance that, oh, was he seen in the blind spot book? Yeah, I think he gets a highlight from that.
Ooh, that is fortunate indeed. It's so rare you see someone go for a soft transfer on this map. Probably just wasn't a good idea at all, but that's what he did. Goes for the timeout here. It was a white test.
It's not a good idea to do that after you've shown off that trick on the stream, and WarningTrack was watching that entire time, with the masterclass.
I got so excited when that timeout happened because I thought WarningTrack was going to catch it, but he didn't.
Nope.
Fake BB coming out there too. So that's
and he didn't purloin.
Hmm. 2 minutes and 10 seconds left on the clock. Banana Bread's done. Seduce is done. We've got yellow microfilm in pocket. But he's got to start moving here as he steps into the red bookcase.
And we hear Alabama.
Alabama comes off. I think he saw it. He did indeed. So KrazyCaley manages to actually lose one somehow, and WarningTrack is only down by half.
I really need to slow my videos down because I'm watching them. I'm way too ahead. I'm about 10 or 15 seconds ahead now.
Let me actually just pause and play the streams because my internet's been doing weird things, and quite often this will fix it. So
yeah,
hopefully that'll help things out a bit.
Yeah, let's hope that that brings us a bit closer because I feel kind of bad like spoiling everything, but I don't know that I'm doing it.
Indeed. So.
Yeah. Okay. So that's a good win for WarningTrack. He brought it to 8-4. He does need to win 4 in a row just to tie it back up, but we'll see if he can do that. I don't know what else he can do.
And just to reiterate for those who have arrived late to the show, the constraint for the day is that every time a low light or highlight comes off, the sniper has to say the name of a U.S. state. Currently, we're moving in reverse alphabetical order, and when you take a shot, you have to shout the name. Current scoreline, as you can see, is 8-4. WarningTrack picks up a really early highlight for the statues there, so that's not a good start.
Are you at a 3:22?
2 seconds behind you.
All right, that's good. He does have a decent number of highlights already, though.
Yeah,
so
he does.
let's just all we can do is hope that WarningTrack can just vanish into it,
Indeed.
And he's
Green
highlighting.
Purloin coming off as well.
He's doing highlighting all 3 people who were at the bookshelf together.
Yeah. Did KrazyCaley see the green purloin?
I think he's just noticing it now.
No, I mean, did he see WarningTrack refuse the drink? I don't think he did.
I don't believe so. I was watching. No, he was too distracted by the bookshelf.
That is fantastic news for WarningTrack then.
Yep, and I think WarningTrack's playing a brilliant move here, holding a book for so long. Hopefully Caley will see him with the book and think that he had it the whole time.
Absolutely.
Because you can't purloin even a green purloin while you're holding a book.
That's a very good point. Yeah.
But it doesn't look like Caley has really noticed that bug, which means he's going to get the microfilm pretty easily, but he isn't getting a low light either.
WarningTrack finishes up his seduction. We've got 2 minutes left on the clock. 2 missions done. You should be able to get the microfilm off pretty quickly, as well as the banana bread. But then he's going to start having to move fairly quickly to get the rest of his shenaniganry finished up as he moves to finish up his purloin there. Sorry, as he moves to finish up his transfer there.
And now his inspects. Yeah, he could be in really good shape here as long as he doesn't misclick the swap, because...
Oh god, please don't misclick the swap.
Oh, he's just now being noticed at the statue. He could have gotten, it looked like he was pretty close to getting out of there without being seen. And now he has to either swap or bug.
Or banana bread.
Oh yeah, he hasn't contacted yet. Just contact, man.
Yeah,
With a
absolutely.
contact. He, obviously can't do another banana bread like that one that, removed the entire cast.
And the double agent just shows up. The green banana bread goes off.
Yeah, and Kaylee's on a low streak.
But it's not enough.
When you hear a late game banana bread, you have to decide if you're going to low light everybody or if you're just going to take a shot. And once you see them start to low light people, you know they're not going to shoot.
Absolutely.
So that's a great win for WarningTrack. He's still got 3 more games to climb back up to his its high. But 2 in a row, that's good.
The comeback begins.
A comeback
One
always
can
begins
only
with
hope.
one game, right?
Always begins with one game. And when
Yep.
that second one comes off, that's when people start getting excited.
Yep. This could be this would be the big
This would
comeback
be
in Spy
insanely
on the Hill.
huge.
So it would
Oh,
be
yeah.
huge.
It would also dethrone KrazyCaley finally.
Well, just winning these 5 games in a row, now it's only it's 3 in a row that he needs. That still only brings it to a tie. You still have to get 2 more wins to win, and Caley is 2 wins away from winning right now.
Indeed. But it is a very tall order. It still is. But it's starting to get a little bit closer every single game.
And here's that bug. He loves to bug when the ambassador is at the bookshelf. I think he's done that exact move from that conversation to the blue bookshelf like 4 times so far.
Indeed.
And he had another.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, if he had gotten the bug like on the first attempt, that would have been invisible.
Yeah.
But you have that bug in your mind, and you just have to bug the ambassador. So you try it again. It would have been better to just cut your loss, do something else, and try to bug later.
Indeed. Sadly, my internet flipped out at that exact moment, so I'm getting the information just now. But WarningTrack, at this point,
That's
he's on
3
the
in a row.
play and within
Yep.
2 points of KrazyCaley. So KrazyCaley
Yep.
might be feeling a little bit nervous here.
And feeling nervous means forgetting which state comes first.
Exactly.
This could get really fun. I would love to see this play out into another fault.
Just accidentally starts with Alabama. It's like, oh shit, what do I do now?
Yeah. So
Okay. Once again, WarningTrack is on the play. KrazyCaley as the sniper. And WarningTrack is calling for me in TeamSpeak again.
What do you
What's
got?
going on? Why
got
am I
Wild
being
Cherry
called
Pepsi.
back to TeamSpeak?
I have wild cherry.
Wild
Pepsi
Cherry
right now.
Pepsi, our sponsors.
Oh,
I've been drinking it.
Wild Cherry Pepsi. I'm glad my sponsorship deal is working out, and I'm getting people to buy Wild Cherry Pepsi.
Yeah. I have
Haley.
to.
Haley,
Yes.
I feel kind of sad about making you do it in reverse order, right?
Why?
Why
would you ever feel sad about doing something bad to me?
Right? So like I feel like I can help
Okay,
you
so we
out
got
with
another twist coming. All right, here we go. What do we got? What do we got now?
Well, of course we do.
Because
I'm
you seem so-
here now.
Because you seem
So
so
good.
good doing it in reverse order, I think I should just keep it like that, right?
Okay,
But now let's start at Minnesota instead.
oh, Minnesota. All right.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I have them all kind of written down in whatever
Hey, I have to
weird
do it
order I
too.
can remember
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
I have my scribblings here at least to help me with that half of it. All right, so let's see.
Okay.
So backwards Minnesota, backwards from Minnesota.
Backwards from Minnesota.
Backwards
Jesus.
from
Just so you know,
Minnesota.
I did
Harsh.
not know. This is not something I.
No,
I did not
this
prepare
is
backwards for this.
Wodar throwing the Wodar spice. in. I
Wodar
like
is,
it.
chaotic neutral.
The old
Alright.
God King Wodar.
Yeah.
Okay, wow. That's going to throw a wrench in things.
Yeah, this plot twist brought to you by Wild Cherry Pepsi, apparently.
Apparently.
And that's going to cut the number of states down in half. There are, or I think
Yes.
Minnesota's about halfway down, right?
Well, the question is, can you loop at this point if you're starting at Minnesota?
I wouldn't think so. I think what they said was if you run out of states, then you can mark for free. I think is what they said, or maybe you just can't mark anymore. And if that's the case, you can't run out of states because you need a state to shoot.
Yeah. With
I mean, but even
Well-
if Minnesota is the exact halfway point, then that would mean you have 25 marks. So you're not going to highlight and lowlight 25 people in a game.
Yeah.
But that's if you skip states, then you lose marks.
Yes. Well, it couldn't be that you get free marking after.
No, that can't
after
be
the fact.
that can't
because
be right.
then you just say Alabama right off the bat and be good.
Yeah, you just mark orange dress, highlight, lowlight, and get all your states done.
Yeah. Anyways, blue book in hand. Flirt almost done already.
Going through his states really fast here as he's lowlighting quite a few characters.
Indeed.
Including the spy? No.
Wait,
That's-
what?
No.
Okay, you freaked me
I
out
think
for a moment there. I got really excited.
streams are desynced for me because I saw WarningTrack at the books, and the only character at the books had a low light.
Okay. Transfer microfilm is done at this point. So things are getting kind of crazy.
Yep. Middle statue going to be picking up his highlight. Kaylee has been highlighting
Indeed.
everybody at statues, which either means you want to visit the statues really late and take that risk, or deal with a highlight the rest of the game.
Yeah.
And that's not an easy choice to make. But you definitely want to get bug finished before you highlight. Before you get the
Haley
highlight.
is a little bit strange with his highlights, though. He just highlights everyone who goes to statues, and as far as I know, he doesn't really do much highlighting other than that.
No, I've seen him highlight people who stand next to the ambassador, or highlight 3 people go to the blue bookshelf or something like that. He'll highlight all 3 of them. So it's not
true.
just the statue goers, but you can guarantee you're going to highlight if you're seen at a statue.
Yeah. And I know he uses the statues as a memory aid for when he has to do mass low lighting.
Yeah. And I mean, I think WarningTrack's in a pretty decent spot, but that hard tell is going to be so hard to get.
Indeed. 1 minute left on the clock, and just has to get that hard tell at this point in time. It's possible. It's definitely possible, but it's not going to be easy.
Yeah, it's. I mean, what's he gonna go for? Kaylee has such a good grasp on catching bug, swap, and purloin, and that's such a difficult decision to make. But time is running out. If he doesn't make this decision, soon, he's gonna be stuck with a late game swap.
Indeed.
Looks like that's what he's gonna go for. Do you think it'll be intentional white here? He's gonna have to hold it. Can't put it down. Maybe do some dancing.
I don't know. It is a white.
California.
I don't think he can see it, though. Now, there comes the raise. Now he can see it.
Yep.
There's the clank. There's the bullet. And there's the win for KrazyCaley. So, WarningTrack is at 6, but he's on the ropes in a big way at this point in time.
Yeah, one loss away from dealing with this king for another week.
Yes.
And I think this just has not been as damaging a handicap as he would have liked.
Agreed.
Kaylee knows his states, and I I believe he's a lawyer, right? So, I mean, you kind of assume that a lawyer's
Yeah.
gonna know the laws in different states, so he knows a chunk of the states.
Yeah. Yeah, he really does.
Yeah, so that's rough. That's really rough, and I can't really think of a good handicap to shut Caley down. He's a very good player, and
Well, it's gonna have to be something insane.
yeah, if you want a perfect counter against Caley, you're gonna have to put a lot of thought into it, and you definitely don't want to damage you. The one good thing WarningTrack does
Not
have
only a lot
on
of
is
thought,
that
but a lot of practice.
this one hasn't damaged WarningTrack very much, and he actually
Yeah.
has gotten one win from it. But a better handicap would have secured him 2 or 3 wins. And
Well,
I mean,
it's
besides
hard
that
to-
one win, besides that
It's
one
hard-
win, he hasn't been
Yeah.
given very
Yeah.
much from.
It's hard to just find the perfect handicap, and if we can find it, yeah, he'll be able to get like 3-5 wins out of it. But
I mean, maybe
you can't say his handicap wasn't good enough because it didn't get him enough wins.
yeah, maybe the perfect handicap is just to play only sniper and make Caley play only spy because sniper tends to win more. But
That, huh?
maybe we'll get lucky. Maybe Santi will be next or something.
We shall see.
For him, he probably wouldn't even consider that to be a handicap. He would just consider that to be the normal game, and then he'd have a handicap on top of it.
Yeah.
All right, this
Oh,
could be the
boy.
last game.
It could be.
Every single one of these games could now be the last game if Caley wins it.
We really are on the ropes here.
And here he's going to bug. Oh, but he got blocked. That's really good because that bug would have been completely invisible.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Good
and
reaction time from Caley.
great
with
reaction.
the-
Yeah,
Yeah.
because if he had committed to that bug, he would have definitely it would have been very visible.
It would have been a helicopter. He would have gotten style points and probably a bullet.
Yeah, because WarningTrack just did not choose style points as the deciding factor in this handicap.
Which,
Might have
oh
been a
god, I
wise
hope
choice.
someone does that. I really hope someone does that eventually.
Your success or failure will depend entirely on arbitrary points assigned by Toboshi.
And then we were playing Who's Line, and the rules actually mattered this time.
Yep,
That would
those
be
points
insane.
count. All right, doing some briefcase. But I don't think WarningTrack has not. He hasn't been lowlighting people for briefcase, which is good because Kaylee's done about 2 briefcases, but
Yeah.
briefcase and a bug. You got to be watching those briefcase returns. The act of returning briefcase isn't suspicious, but you can bug during it, and that's
Indeed.
yeah. So he's got transfer done. He's got bugged in good shape.
KrazyCaley has been very skillful at getting his bugs done.
Yeah, he has. Uh-oh. Alaska loses it.
Uh-oh. Alaska comes off. And that's the game.
That's it.
That's it.
Another SpyParty year of KrazyCaley.
So, with that out of the way, we're ready to sign out. So until next time, this is Toboshi and KCM.
And KCM.
Signing off.